What's up, guys? I'm Alan Branch from Project 49, and tonight Donna is with me, a product specialist from Body Health. So, Donna, you're in Florida.
Yes,
So,
yes.
so the
We're
main
staying,
office of Body Health is where?
huh?
The main office for Body Health is where?
It's in Clearwater, Dunedin
It's in
area of,
Clearwater.
yeah.
Cool. So I need to get down there. I want to come and look around and tour and get some free stuff.
It's nice.
I
You
need
haven't
to.
been here. You should come.
Yeah,
You're not
I
that far
haven't been
away.
to. Yeah, I haven't been to the office there. So, guys, what we're doing tonight, we're talking about protein, and the topic of discussion is amino acids, and this is a critical. Probably, this is the only supplement that's recommended on our weight loss program. There's other things that people take that they need, but as a recommendation, this amino acid is Donna. All of our clients from all over the country take it. We've got new customers and people that follow us on social media, and everybody wants to learn and see what it is. But first, let's just open up. And guys, you know the rule. If you're here at Project 49, something you're going to want to know if you're on this call. And I just got this information from Donna, like literally a minute ago. Donna, tell them what they can do on this call.
So we're like, what do we do for these guys? Y'all have been wonderful. We've been working with you for how long?
We're going into 2 years.
It's yeah. And so I have a lot of conversations on the phones with the 49 group. Anyway, the first 30 minutes, every order over 100 that uses the VIP code, we're going to throw in some extra goodies in there and send you a $15 gift card.
Boom. So that's awesome. Thank you guys for doing that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's awesome. So guys, if you place an order and the code right now is good for 25% off, it's up another 5% during Black Friday. So it does level out. There's a code on the Body Health website, but our code for the next until Black Friday sale over is matching it. So P49 VIP is the code. P49 VIP, and a bunch of people just jumped on. Could you say that one more time? What they get, Donna?
So for the first 30 minutes tonight, anyone who places an order with the VIP code will get some extra goodies in there, and then we're also sending them a $15 gift card. Showing you guys some love.
Could we extend that to 9 o'clock so they don't have to leave us to go do it?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, good. All right. So here's where we are. So obviously protein, we feel like most people are protein deficient. If they had their amino acid levels checked, they would be critically low, I think, on most people. And we recommend getting our amino acids from food, of course. Can you tell us how that works? So when you eat protein, what happens?
So, well, the data that we have on that, I just want to preface this because of the age group, is based on having a perfect digestive system. And when you pass 40, your stomach acids actually start diminishing. So it's even worse. And when you look at, and I will answer your question, I promise, things we consider normal aging, thinning hair, sagging skin, slower recovery, muscle loss, it goes on and on. Like all the things are like, oh yeah, we're getting older. Of course I can't do what I used to be able to do. It all stems from the inability to break that protein down that you used to be able to digest easily. And you start getting inherently less and less amino acids. And when that occurs, the body will send it to the most vital areas to keep your body alive, because everything is made out of amino acids. Your thyroid hormone, your blood cells, your organs, your bones, your muscles, your enzymes, everything. So when there's not enough to go around, most important things first, the things the body can put off gets neglected, and that's your muscle and your skin and your hair and all the things we look at and we're going, oh yeah, we're just getting older. So it's kind of important that you get enough protein, but that's where it plays a part. So when you eat a protein, a regular protein, whole food protein, your body will use part of it to rebuild, and part of it gets turned actually into to sugar for energy that you will burn as fuel. And then the rest will go to the kidneys as nitrogen. And the way that works is there are 22 amino acids. 8 of those are considered essential. And by essential, they are absolutely necessary to be given through food. And if you have enough of those, the body can make the other 14.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So the 8 essential is really a trigger. If your body has enough 8 essential, it will build new cells. And if it's deficient in those 8, it will slow down, almost like when you go for a calorie deficit to lose weight. And if you do extremely low calories, your metabolism slows down. The body does the same thing when there's not enough of the 8 essentials. It slows down healing. It doesn't turn over cells as quickly. Aging, right? You recover slower. So when you're eating protein, it's a mix of different amino acids, and you might be getting, 20 of one and only 3 of those, of the more vital ones. So there's always waste because it's not coming in this perfect formulation of the 8 essential amino acids. It's a combination of all of them. And I know Dr. Minkoff uses the car as an example. You have one steering wheel and one chassis and 20 tires. You have one car and you got 20 tires sitting there what are you going to do with it? And that's sort of like the non-essential amino acids. You have an abundance of them. The body takes them, it chops off the nitrogen, and the nitrogen is the only difference between a protein and a carb in your body, is the nitrogen molecule that's attached. So any of the waste, because there's no storage facility in your body for amino acids. So any extra, the nitrogen gets chopped off, it goes to your kidneys. And as you age, you don't want more stress on your kidneys. It has enough to do. And then it's a sugar that the body can burn for fuel. And if it doesn't burn it for fuel, it stores it as fat. So that's where your extra goes. Now, we don't promote just eating amino acids. Like the essential amino acids, that's not what we're talking about, because you're going to get your B vitamins and your omega-3 oils, and there's minerals that come in with whole food. But you do want to eat whole, real food along with taking additional amino acids. Don't be eating whey protein and BCAAs, all of those. For every 10 grams of those, like the powder proteins, pea protein, peanut butter, all your vegan proteins, you get, for every 10 grams you consume, if your digestion is working well, your body actually utilizes 1.8 grams.
Okay, so I want to say something about that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So one thing that people need to understand is the amino acid absorption level. So
right.
Even if you're eating a higher grade protein like an egg, the highest that absorption, so we're getting macronutrients or micronutrients, we're getting vitamins, but when it comes to
right.
amino acid breakdown, we're only getting like 47%. So in other words, in your brain, you look at like a shake or some food and it says, oh, I get 40 grams. You're not even close to that.
No. Yeah, an egg, and I break it down in grams just because people send it, a lot of mathematically challenged people don't really think well with percentages. So 10 grams of protein, you take 10 grams of egg protein, whole egg protein.
So that's an egg and a quarter.
Yeah. Your body will use 4.8 grams to rebuild with, and 5.2 gets turned into waste. And that's the best it gets.
And you still got calories.
Oh yeah, lots of calories.
So you're eating the protein, but see, like our meal plan, which we haven't talked about this, but the Project 49 meal plan is real simple. What we have done is create a formula where you maintain a caloric deficit while reaching an adequate protein threshold without reaching a nutrient deficiency. So you get a meal plan that goes, wait a second, it's not just about cutting calories. We've got to get enough nutrients and enough protein. But to get the nutrients, you still have to eat calories. So to reach your protein intake, your caloric intake has to rise. And Perfect Amino is, so one serving is what, like 2 calories?
Yeah, 2 calories per serving. A serving is 5 grams. Again, I think with 10 grams. So 10 grams of Perfect Amino will actually get you the equivalent of usable protein as a pound of beef.
A pound?
A pound.
So that's how many servings?
2.
2 servings. That's what I do.
10
I do
grams.
10. I do 10
Yeah.
calories for 2.
And
Let me say something to the people watching. Guys, wide open Q&A for Donna on Perfect Amino. This is like the most talked about questions that we get are about Perfect Amino. And here's your chance. She's taking the time out tonight to do this for us. Also, if you came in late, I didn't know this until we were getting on the call, but for the hour from 8 to 9, anybody that orders anything from Body Health using the new code P49VIP, it's in the description with a link, so you can click the link and go. They are doing a goodie bag, some free stuff, and a $15 gift card on top of 25% off. That's crazy good.
So any order over 100.
Any order over 100. Okay. Great.
Yeah.
So start the questions. I see yours, Leanne. We're going to go to the questions in just a minute. So that's amazing. I didn't know that that was the equivalent of a pound of meat.
Yeah. Now, and when you get into like egg whites, whey protein, pea protein, it's 60 grams. You have to consume 60 grams to get the equivalent protein that you get from 10 tablets.
So you're 8 grams in an egg. So roughly, so good night. 7 eggs, roughly.
No, eggs are higher, so probably 2 to 3 eggs, depending on the egg. Yeah,
2 to 3 eggs to get the equivalent of
10.
10.
4,
okay.
4 eggs.
So here's what's cool. So the foods that are more satiating, that are more filling, are always going to be proteins. Okay.
Yeah.
But to reach a protein goal, to build any lean muscle, and to reverse, like I've been on Perfect Amino like 2 years, and I'll be 56 this year, and it's like everything's going backwards. Like my hair is thicker. It's like, I mean, I can't even explain why it's not. I don't have quite as much gray as I did, and my skin is like different. And like in the last 24 hours, I did, this is interesting to me at my age, which I don't consider myself old, but older. I moved 3,000 pounds of rock and 3,000 pounds of mulch in the last 24 hours by hand, and worked an 8-hour day, and I'm fine. Like, but I also added some extra amino acids in.
On those days, you take more Perfect Amino.
Yeah, I knew it last night. I was like, oh, wait a second, I might have to take some extra. So, okay, so obviously man cannot live on amino acids, Perfect Amino alone. But if we are eating food and we're optimizing with Perfect Amino, what is the suggested dosage and how do you scale that?
So the dosage is minimum 10 a day.
Or 2 scoops. 2
scoops, yeah. 10 grams. There's 5 grams in a scoop of the powder. A tablet's a gram. I go for higher dosages. Again, as you age, you don't break down the protein as well. And you also have sort of a backlog of things that haven't been done for the body for a while. So it will use it. And then the more you push your body, the more you're going to need. So like on the days you really work out hard, you would take more. But on average, a serving for every 50 pounds of body weight, and an extra serving or 2 when you have your workouts.
So I love the verbiage backlog.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. So I like that very much. Okay. So who should not, and guys, questions right now, start putting them in, because we're going to knock them down here in just a minute. Is there, like my 2-year-old grandson, I've told my daughter he's got to have Perfect Amino. So today my wife made him a shake with a half of a scoop in like a little fruit shake.
Yeah.
That's okay for him. How much could he have?
Actually, children can take more than adults because their body's growing. So, but you're going with body weight, so it's still not much. But I would give a child 10 grams for every 50 pounds of body weight, if they'll take them and they're good with that.
And 10 grams is a serving or 2 servings.
2 scoops, yeah.
So 10 grams, it's 5 grams per serving.
Correct.
Is the equivalent of about 27 grams of amino acids from protein.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. So okay for my grandson and more than what he's getting. So he could do 3 or 4 scoops a day.
Yeah.
Well,
he would use it, especially he's active. They're all over the place and they're growing a body. So
wow. So what about a baby?
I wouldn't, I feed the mom. I'm a big proponent of nursing, and I absolutely nursing mom or a pregnant mom should be taking, plenty of it every day.
So who shouldn't take it?
Everybody needs it.
Because and this is what I try to get people to understand. If all of your proteins that you eat break down into amino acids, then everybody should be optimizing their amino acids.
Right.
Now, is there what about digestive disorder? So I have one question. I want to make sure I get it. She wants to know if she can ask it. Go ahead, Leanne. And I have, here she is.
Placated digestion. Slow? What? I need my Google.
Identify. She says, how well is perfect amino digested when you combine age and multiple digestive issues? So some of us have ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, and for me, a multi-layer digestive disease, including my liver now. So for those of us who have digestive issues, loss of intestine, and other multiple digestive issues, can we still digest it? I would say you're going to digest that better than food.
Well, it's pre-digested protein. It's already digested. So when you take it, and we recommend an empty stomach, it actually absorbs at the very top of the intestinal tract, right as it leaves the stomach, and it will be in your bloodstream in 25 minutes. And that's one of the reasons it's so effective, because even if you're aging, even if you have horrible digestive issues, it doesn't matter. It bypasses that, and you get the benefits.
This is incredible to get a refresher on some of this stuff, because I love it and I talk about it all the time, but I'm a great student. I love to absorb any new stuff, and hopefully people can tell that I like to listen. I'm engaged.
It's awesome.
Guys, do me a favor, click like on the video and ask some questions or comment, and make sure you thank Donna from Body Health for coming on and doing this with us. And if you came in late, what they're doing is if you place an order of at least 100 and you use the link that I've got in here, and it's in the description, and the new Project 49, they've upgraded our discount for everybody that's in our Project 49 community, and that's anybody that's watching this. Use the link. The code is P49VIP. It's good for 25% off during Black Friday, a goodie bag of free stuff that comes with your order, and a $15 gift card. So make sure you're doing that, and make sure you use the link so they can track you so you get your stuff. All right, now.
Yes, please do. So I had took some notes. I talk to people all day long. This is what I do, is just educate them on our supplements. But people tend to think of muscle. Like I will have, the 55-year-old mom who has a teenage boy in sports, and so she's buying Perfect Amino for him when she needs them more than he does. So people tend to think, oh, I take more protein because I need more muscle. And that's true. If you're wanting to build muscle, Perfect Amino is going to definitely help you build more muscle. Even if you're not exercising, it's going to help you build more muscle. But some symptoms that you're protein deficient, you get sick easily. And this also plays into people who are athletes, or you push your body too hard and then 2 days later you catch a cold. It's because you're protein deficient. Take more Perfect Amino. If you have digestive issues, you get gas and bloating. Digestive enzymes are actually formed out of amino acids. Take more perfect amino. Anxiety and depression is huge. It is absolutely an amino acid deficiency. One of the things that the body doesn't do when there's not enough amino acids, it's like at the top of the list to get put off, is the lining of your intestines should change over every 4 days in an ideal situation. And we're going around without enough amino acids in our system, so the body just holds on to that lining. And it only matters because that's where all your nutrients are absorbed. And it's also where dopamine is formed and serotonin is formed. And you hold on to that lining, you're not absorbing the nutrients that you should be absorbing. And then eventually it starts breaking down and you get what leaky gut, right? It's just holes in that lining that allow large food particles to pass through. And then your body attacks those food particles because they shouldn't be there. They're too large, they're foreign matter. And that is your beginning of all your autoimmune diseases, arthritis, fibromyalgia, like the whole list goes on. And it's gotten more and more common because our food quality is not what it used to be. And people are younger and younger having protein deficiency. So muscle's great, but there's so much more. It does so much more. So I just wanted to sort of touch on that.
Well, one time it was interesting, and I won't go into great detail because the full context is not available. But I was having a talk with Dr. Minkoff, and I was asking about any known viruses that could be going around and perfect amino. And he said that the amino acids could almost form, and this isn't exactly context, but the word used was shield, which I thought was very interesting. That having the right nutrients, but that just very fascinated me. So it made me research it quite a bit, which led me to through amino acids to lysine and looking around at some different things. I just think it's interesting that so many people are deficient. It's so simple to take. It's vegan. Right. Non-GMO, no cholesterol, no fat, only 2 calories, 99% digestible, already digested, 99% absorbed. 2 servings is equivalent of 60 grams of protein with 4 calories. It's just like mind-boggling that everybody isn't doing 4. Like, let's talk about this. Women, especially, they'll message me and they'll say, "Well, my perfect amino came in. I'm taking 1 scoop a day."
Yeah.
And they're 45, 50 years old, and they're doing 1 scoop a day.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Tell them why that's not enough.
Because of the backlog. Because of the backlog of things your body needs to repair. So when you talk to women, especially they're hitting 50, they're fighting weight gain. Their energy's low, like all the menopause symptoms that start rearing their ugly head is an imbalance between the thyroid, the adrenals, and the ovaries. And if any of those aren't operating optimally, the other 2 do not work well. And there you can have a whole show on this, but thyroid hormone is perfect amino. I mean, it's amino acids. That's what it's made out of. The things start changing. It just, we're not unfortunately allowed to be like, and it will cure everything. It's, but I will leave it that your thyroid hormone is made out of amino acids, and you will start seeing changes that just affect the functioning of your body that's far beyond just muscle building.
So what's too much? I'm 200 pounds. What's too much?
That's a good question, and I don't think we really have an answer for you.
Because so say that again.
our recommendations are very conservative. And I do best at about 24 grams a day, and I weigh 130 pounds.
All right, so let's look at it this way. So if I'm 200 pounds, I could eat 200 grams of protein daily. If I eat 200 a gram per pound of my ideal body weight, so if I eat 200, I'm actually only getting 50% or less of the amino acid absorption of that. So technically, I'm still 100 grams down.
Yeah.
So I could easily get 4, 6, 8 scoops. 6 scoops would be a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Right. And that would be optimal. And since it's all natural, there's really no side effect of any kind.
So the side effect is, there's two that I'll warn people about. They work. So Perfect Amino works. And
that's one side effect?
That's the side effect. So what that means is you start taking enough of it, it starts regenerating cells. It's building cells. And amino acids is not the only thing that's needed for that. You need B vitamins, you need omega-3 oil, and B vitamins particularly, a lot of us are low in it. We don't eat enough organ meat. We don't, the food quality, like again, another subject altogether, but our B vitamins for most people are low, B1, B6, B12. And you start taking 20 grams of Perfect Amino a day, your body's using up your B vitamins that you do have to rebuild new cells. It doesn't know that they came in naked, right? Those are just amino acids. It didn't come in with all the food and the fat and the stuff that steak would come in with, or eggs. So you just have to make sure you're getting enough nutrition to back up the rebuild that you're giving it amino acids to do.
So that fits perfectly with our meal plan, which is why we endorse it. So the Project 49's meal system is rules based. So we give you a series of rules, and you create your meal plan based on the rules. And the overarching goal of the plan is to, if you have weight to lose, get in some sort of caloric deficit, maintain adequate and optimize your protein, and don't get in a nutrient deficiency. I've never heard another meal plan say that. And I look at them going, but guys, you're not giving them enough protein. Or I look over here and I'm like, these guys are not getting near enough nutrients. Like, what do you people think? Like, so my wife said something the other day, which I thought was pretty genius. She said that Perfect Amino was like vitamins to your protein intake.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a pretty good way to put it. So it optimizes. I'm still going to eat. Like, I've had probably a pound of chicken today, probably 4 ounces of tuna, and I ate a lot of protein today. And that's still nowhere near 200 grams. So I need some right now.
I took 20 today. I took 10 this morning. I took 10 right before we got on here. I take the Dr. Minkoff's multivitamin, which I love. I take his omega-3, which I love.
I want to talk about that. So I'm going to hit a couple questions. Guys, if you have questions, please put them in. Donna's going to knock them down quick. Make sure you're taking advantage of this deal. I did not know they were going to offer this. Now, one person wanted to know, they said their order was 100 and then they got a discount. It went under 100. Make sure he still counts.
They need to order something else.
Ron J. His name's Ron. Make sure his still counts.
You only get 25% off like one time a year.
Yeah, you got to order.
Stock up.
No, Ron, we'll take care of you, Ron. But this is the chance. 25% off is a lot, and a $15 gift card. So what is that? All right. So hold on. More questions. They're pouring in. Okay. Everybody's saying thank you, Donna. Thank you. Thank you. I got the best people in the world.
They're so awesome.
Okay.
Any questions though?
Here they come. I love Perfect Greens since I don't eat multiple vegetables. Curious how Perfect Greens, which are, if I read correctly, like 10 servings.
Yep, I believe it's 8 servings in a scoop of dark greens. They're wonderful. They help with your gut bacteria, help your body detox. They provide potassium. I love the greens. The greens are part of Dr. Minkoff's daily protocol. I don't know if
they actually taste.
They're good.
They're actually good.
Yeah, they're really good.
There's still more questions, but I'm in charge, so I'm doing my questions first. I'm just kidding. I get this one a lot. Okay, electrolytes.
Yes.
How much perfect amino is in a scoop of electrolytes?
I don't count them. It has 2 grams in a scoop. You use those because they're electrolytes. I don't put them, it's just 2. It's not a huge difference. I take my regular perfect aminos and I use those for electrolytes, and they happen to have a little bit of perfect amino in there.
So I could do 2 scoops of amino acids and a scoop of electrolytes for taste, and I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay. Patricia, just placed an order.
To give you an idea, when you asked me how many is too many, Dr. Minkoff has sort of been experimenting with this himself. You know, he's 73. He's doing his 44th Ironman this year. He gets up and trains 4 to 5 hours in the morning and works 60 hours a week at his clinic. My goal is to be like him when I grow up.
Absolutely.
So, but he's gone to taking a scoop of the electrolytes and a scoop of perfect amino every hour that he trains on top of his regular 10 in the morning. So, and he does the same thing when he's competing. If there's any crazy people like him out there that compete, he takes a scoop every hour during the competition. And he finds that he has much better recovery, no inflammation of the joints. He can maintain mental focus. It's just, if the demand is there, the body will use it. I would start probably with 5 grams. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. Again, you're going to rebuild new cells, so you want to flush out the cellular waste that's created when you first start taking it. And then I would gradually bump that up to 10 in the morning, or 2 scoops. And then if you're working out, add another scoop or 2, but just go slow, because in the first few months, there is a lot of rebuilding. And again, you want to have good nutrition to back up the cellular rebuild. Can anyone else see these questions, or should I read them before I answer them?
Everybody can see them.
Can we add to food or liquid only?
I guess I'd say, could you sprinkle it on food?
Yeah, you could if you needed to. You could mix it with like applesauce. Fruits and vegetables aren't really going to affect the absorption. You're just wanting to.
It wouldn't be very tasty though.
No, it's better just to get it over with.
Should we take the multi with the perfect amino?
I do. I love his multivitamin. If you haven't seen what's in it, please go read what's in it. Also love his omega-3. Those are my staples. Yeah, you can get up in the morning if you want. If you're like me and you just don't like mixing a lot of stuff, I'll do my 2 scoops of perfect amino. I'll do my scoop of greens. I do a scoop of calm, which is magnesium. I take my multi and my omega-3. Done. Done.
Well, I trust all of Body Health's products. So anything you're saying, we're going to stand behind. We're food first, but the facts are your food just isn't as good as you think it is, and you're just not getting the nutrients. So that's a different discussion.
So you know that, right? I read the other day a head of lettuce 50 years ago is equivalent nutritionally to 20 heads of lettuce today.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you have to supplement.
We could do another whole call on that problem.
Yeah. What is the best calm? Those 3 things I would start with. Perfect amino, absolutely. I don't like starting more than one thing at a time, just because you want to know what's happening in your body. But I'd start with perfect amino, complete multi, the omega-3. I also love our glandular organ, which has heart, liver, kidney, spleen, adrenals, and pancreas in it. But the adrenals are really important to support when you're going into menopause, because they take over the job that your ovaries was doing. If you have healthy adrenals, the menopause symptoms are very minimized.
Ron said, yeah, he's a cyclist, and he is has replaced his old electrolytes with perfect amino electrolytes. Smart man.
Yeah.
Is there a max serving of perfect greens daily?
No, I mean, you could possibly eat too much, but it's like green vegetables. They're just vegetables. I had a guy, he used to work with us. I loved him to death. He was Texas boy, and he hated vegetables. He wouldn't eat a vegetable. He loved that stuff. He would drink it 4 or 5 scoops a day. He was always drinking the perfect greens.
My 2-year-old grandson.
Yeah.
So a question just came in by phone. That's good to know on the greens too. So we already answered the question on the electrolytes. What about in the bar? How much perfect aminos in the bar? How does that work?
There's only 1 gram. Dr. Minkoff is really fanatical about the purity of ingredients that he consumes. And he uses these products. But he came in one day, he was really annoyed. He's like, I'm sick of it. I cannot find a bar that doesn't have garbage in it or doesn't taste like cardboard. We're making a bar that's good. It's got good ingredients and it tastes good. So we, in an ideal world, wanted to add more amino acids, but there's definitely a taste to amino acids. So we ended up doing 1 gram. The 1 gram is really there to increase the uptake of the almond protein that's in there. Those are just made to be a nutritious, yummy snack.
So it wouldn't really count toward a protein, but they are so freaking good.
They're really good. It's mostly fruits and vegetable and almond.
With milk, with a little bit of milk, if you can drink dairy. I love them with milk, or if I want a dessert, I'll go get the brownie bar and eat it.
Dr. Minkoff will use it to break his fast after his morning workout.
Cool. That's what Minkoff uses it for?
Yeah.
Okay. So guys, make sure you say hello if you haven't said anything yet. I know there's already 25 or more people that's been on. Make sure you say hey. Ask any questions for Donna because we're going to wrap it up in just a minute if there aren't any additional questions that come through. If you're late and you need to know about the special offer they're doing for us during the next, you got 23 minutes left.
Time's ticking. Come on.
The time's ticking. Limited time things. If you weren't on the call, you kind of missed out. So it's order of $100 or more. Use our link that's in here and our new code P49VIP, 25% off, free stuff in the order, and a $15 gift card. So Maggie is boom. She said ordered. Maggie is awesome. And Patricia already ordered. Great job, guys.
Awesome.
So look, I didn't know they were going to offer this. I always ask for free stuff. You probably don't know this, Donna, but when I originally called Body Health, my goal was to get my clients a discount. Like that's all I wanted. Like I loved it. And I'm like, this stuff is so awesome. Why do I not know what it is? How did it get hidden from me? And how do I get a discount to our people? And then you're the one who told me the other day that now you talk to a lot of them and you were talking about how great they were.
Oh yeah. You got a great group fantastic.
I told them about that. They said you
great conversation.
People. So,
yeah, and I'm on the phones. I am your person who answers the product questions. There's a couple of us that answer the phones. I've trained the ones that are there. So if you're like, well, you said something about that, call me. I'm happy to help.
So placing an order.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Let's see if we can't make an exception here. She made a big order earlier today, not knowing. Can we get her a little gift card?
Let me write down this name real quick.
Michelle Medlin. Let's take care of her.
If my pen would work. We're gonna still.
Ron, this is available. Could you take care of getting Ron some electrolytes, some samples?
Yeah, anyone who places their order is going to get a sample package and the gift card.
And he's the one that placed that order and it was over 100, but it went under 100 with his discount. So
we got you.
Take care of you, Ron. All right, great. Yeah, these guys, they listen good. They work hard. Thank you for doing that for them. That's great.
Absolutely. We've got a download of Dr. Minkoff's book, The Search for the Perfect Protein. I don't know who has read it. The download is free, but if you want a hard copy of the book, give me a call or just let me know, and I'll gladly send you a hard copy. My requirement is that you read it.
Did you read it?
That one's a tough one. We we've just introduced a new lemon lime. Strawberry is a new flavor and mocha is a new flavor. So I don't really have an answer to the best perfect amino flavor anymore. Mixed berry used to be the favorite.
But if you haven't ordered it in a while, there's been an upgrade to the taste.
Mm-hmm.
So they've been working with the formula a little bit. So it's worth, jumping back on that.
Yeah, they're definitely tasting better, a little lighter, a little cleaner tasting.
It's in cold water and you let it fully dissolve. I've actually love it. Like and especially if you mix electrolyte with perfect amino, to me that is, or calm with perfect amino.
That's one of my go-tos. Yeah.
Like I like it. But
I equate it to cheap beer. Like
I don't drink beer, so I'm clear on that.
Well, there you go. It's like it tastes horrible, and you get used to it, and people eventually enjoy it. And the colder it is, the better it tastes. And that's how perfect amino is. The colder it is, the better it's going to taste. And after about a week, the first time you taste it, if you haven't been warned or you've never tried essential amino acids, one is bitter. A couple of them have a sulfuric taste. There's a flavor that you have to cover up. And if you're expecting it, you taste it and you're like, that's really not bad at all. But if you're not expecting it, you expect it to taste like a vanilla protein shake and you drink it, you're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing I've ever had.
Yeah,
but in a week's time of using it, you start loving it and craving it. You're like, no, this really isn't that bad. If
it's that good for you, I mean, like I like it now and the taste has improved so much, but who cares what it tastes like? It's like a miracle. And then, of course, your backup option is pill.
The tablets. I took the tablets for a year. I didn't like the powder. And then when I went back and tried the powder, I actually like it now. So I drink the powder in the morning. I take the tablets before bed. So.
Well, this has been awesome.
It's been fun.
Guys, any questions you want to get right before we close out? My wife had actually texted the question on the bars. I'm anxious to pass on the information that my 2-year-old grandson could take a lot of perfect amino.
Yes. They also like the reds. We didn't talk about the reds.
Okay, you want to talk about that real quick?
One of my favorite pre-workout drinks is the mocha, which has a little bit of caffeine in it if you're working out in the morning, mixed with the perfect reds. The reds is designed to increase your nitrous oxide, so you get more oxygen throughout your body. It's a beautiful, they taste good together. It is a really excellent pre-workout drink. Mix those two before you go to the gym.
Okay, quick nitric oxide lesson.
Yes.
Beets, L-arginine. There's different products that increase nitric oxide, which is circulation related, guys. So I don't know why it never crossed my mind, because there would be beets in the reds. The L-arginine nitric oxide connection, I never made that. Reds will become a 2 scoop a day for me, effective immediately.
Yeah, they're super good.
I'm a real big fan of, for me personally, I'm nitric oxide for blood flow. I think it's crazy good. So that's one of the things that I add to perfect amino. And then I do. It's funny that you mentioned I do B12s, B vitamins daily, and it's just interesting hearing the other side of why some of this stuff is done. So
yeah, Dr. Minkoff's multi usually replaces about 7 to 10 separate products people take. He designed it to simplify his life because he didn't like taking all those different vitamins.
That's great. And that's great. You know what? I think I'll make my own vitamin, and I know how.
That's right. I can make my life a little easier here. And the B vitamins are methylated. So a lot of people have a genetic disorder where they have trouble absorbing B vitamins. And they have to have the methylated type, and he put the methylated Bs in there. So it's really an awesome vitamin. It's whole food. I have yet to find anything on the market that compares to it.
Yeah, I need to look into that. Well, guys, you know that if we're here, if you have a question about any of that stuff, your time is ticking down. You've only got 16 minutes left to place that order. If you have any questions for Donna, you can ask them right now, or you can comment in the next few minutes. I'll keep my eyes on the video even after we jump off. But you guys have been awesome watching, and here's one more from Val in Wisconsin.
Yes, you actually, calcium is not an issue. Dr. Minkoff tests thousands of people. No one is deficient in calcium. Mostly we have too much of it. What we're deficient in 80% of the time is magnesium. So the Calm that you mentioned mixing with a perfect amino, the Calm is a magnesium product. That is why it's part of his lineup, is because most people need it. And it is vital to your body being able to absorb vitamin C and vitamin D. So yeah, don't take calcium, but you do need the magnesium.
She said she's taking Calm. Good.
Good.
Felicia, the link is in the body of this post. So if you go up to the top where we talk about the post, there's a link in there, and there's a link and it has the code there. If you can't find that still, let me know and I will send it to you, but it is literally in the post of the video that you're watching right now. So if you go up and click see more and start reading, it's going to show you that. Val wants to know, so no extra D either?
He has 8,000 IUs of vitamin D in the multi.
Wow, 8,000 in the multi?
Yeah, and
so now I know what you mean by him being able to get rid of some other products.
Yeah, it's like I said, read the ingredients. It's fantastic. He does it if you're not out in the sun a lot. If you have, like when COVID was going around the office, we were all taking an additional, probably another 8,000 of D3 on top of the multi. But if you're healthy and everything's good, the multi gives you plenty.
Dang, this is great. I'm so glad you were able to come and do this. So guys,
me too. This was so much fun.
Make sure you say thanks to Donna for taking the time. Look, if you're watching this video later, just put in #replay so that I know that you saw the video at a later time. And if you have questions, I'll reach out to you and give you any details that you need on any of this, or answer any questions that you have or help you out. You can always use the P49 VIP code for 20% off, and it supports our group and it helps us get this discount year round, which is awesome. Plus, everybody that orders through Project 49 is getting VIP customer service, faster shipping. So definitely use the link every time you do that. If you go somewhere like Amazon and try to order it, you're not really going to save any money and you're going to miss out on everything else. It's not worth it.
Yep.
So Val, did you use our code? Because if you didn't, you're not linked as our customer. So as long as you use the code, you're good. Could you double check on Val and make sure she's
I'm not at my desk where I can check it, but I can check in the morning.
She said she used the code, so we can double check on her.
Yeah.
And Leanne, I love that. She said, Leanne, that's what I would do. I will watch it again. That's exactly what I would do. I would go back and watch it again. So everybody else is good. Steven, I see you coming in right now, buddy. You're going to want to back up and start watching this as soon as it ends. I'll just tell you this, and anybody else that jumped in, we didn't know this was going to happen. Body Health is offering until 9 o'clock. We have 12 minutes. If you order through the link in this post and you use the code P49VIP, your amino acids and anything else that you want to take, reds, greens, multis, you're going to get 25% off, which is crazy. And if the order is $100 or more, $15 gift card and a sample box of samples of products. So definitely the time. Jennifer, same. If you're in the market for it anytime soon, right this moment is the time to order. You have 11 minutes.
Yep.
So thank you guys for doing that. They said it was going to be for 30 minutes, guys, and I was like, can we stretch it out to an hour just to give everybody time? So I think we covered a ton of stuff. Now it's like You know how you get a craving for something, your mouth? I'm craving some calm and reds, and that's nuts.
And yumminess,
Yeah, that's
yes.
what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna do it. So,
Another product, if you're like the one with the one person and you can't quite make it to $100. Again, the organs are fantastic. The organ complex, but really anyone over 40 should be taking the digestive enzymes. You take a couple before your meal, and it's going to help your body break down the whole food protein that you're eating. So you get more protein out of it and more nutrition out of your food.
It broke up there. So you said anybody over 40 should be on digestive enzymes.
Yep.
Right.
Digestive enzymes. Yes.
Well,
So,
and guys, we're here. If you have questions, you can just ask them. And the 25% off is good all week, but the gift card, the free sample box, and all of that is right now. So, Donna, thank you. Can we do this again another day?
Sure. Anytime.
So
let me know.
Some different topics, and we personally wanted to know about the bars. We wanted to know the electrolyte balance. Like, I learned some stuff today too, so that is fantastic. Here's one more question. What was the organ? What does it do?
Glandular organ complex. It is freeze-dried cow organs. It's not very sexy. They're in capsules. It's something traditionally, if we were eating meat, we would eat the organ meat. We would leave the muscle meat to the dogs. It's very nutritionally dense, and it comes from New Zealand. It's very clean. And the organ meat, if the animal's raised properly, has hormones that naturally occur in that organ. So it supports those organs in your body. So it's going to help your heart, kidneys, liver, spleen, pancreas, and adrenals function better. It's fantastic. I love it. It's a boost of energy. I have more mental focus. It's one of my favorite products. After Perfect Amino, I think it's my second favorite product that we carry is the organ complex, if I had to list them. You do want to start, the dosage is 5 a day. I take it with lunch. You want to start with 1 a day for the first week, and you'll go to 2 a day for the second week, 3 a day for the third week, until you're up to 5 a day at the 5th week, because it's going to actually get your organs all working better, and you will start detoxing if you go right to 5 a day. So take it slow with it, but it's a fantastic product. Yes. Perfect Amino especially as well. Yeah.
And Leanne says she may be calling you.
Absolutely. Love to talk to you.
And that's something, guys, very important. Donna said she feels a lot of your calls anyway, and now you have a face to the voice and the name. So now you know who you're talking to when you call in.
Yeah.
And that'll make it pretty cool for you too, Donna, because they're going to be like, oh, I saw you on YouTube. You're famous, Donna. Okay, so thanks again. We took up almost an hour of time. Guys, you have 7 minutes left to get the order and get the discount from them. Make sure you use the link. It's in the post and the code P49 VIP. And again, thank you guys for doing that, because I didn't expect.
Our pleasure. Absolutely. We really are. Dr. Minkoff is just, if you don't know about him, please look into him. He's one of the most amazing humans I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. Our company policy is basically just to help as many people on the planet as we can. That is his focus.
You want to hear something secret about Dr. Minkoff that you don't know?
Sure.
We were doing our last call. Dustin and I were on a call, and when we were in a break, we finished the call, right? Mm-hmm. And we're just chatting with Dr. Minkoff, and he made a statement. He goes, we were talking about his training, and he was asking me some questions about strength training, and we were just back and forth. And he made a statement. He said, because he's 72, he goes, well, as long as you're upright, you might as well go for it. And we were like, whoa, wait a minute. Is that something you normally say? He's like, nope, just made that up. I love that.
We were at the Biohackers Conference in Orlando a few months back, and he was one of the speakers. And the name of his speech was how to be over 7 decades old and still a badass.
Wow. I guess that would get some people's attention.
It was so
The
perfect.
sound did not go out. Maggie took care. Thank you very much. It's family-friendly show, so we got to be careful.
There you go. I'll try to behave. But yeah,
Hey.
it was cute little asterisks and stuff. He didn't.
I believe that. He's cool.
But he is so cool. He really is just an amazing human. So.
Well, talking to him was fun. If you've never seen our interview with Dr. Minkoff, let me know, comment, and I can send you that. It was pretty fun to go.
I watched it, looked it up, and watched it. It's fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, we had fun. We had fun with him. Me and Dustin love to learn. So if we can get on the phone with somebody that knows more than us, we become sponges and we grill questions because we like to learn.
Yeah, he's a good one to ask questions to.
Well, thank you again, guys. Thanks for watching tonight. Again, make sure if you haven't already that you comment and thank Donna for taking her time. She is your friendly neighborhood body health rep. She is the one that you will be talking to when you call in if you need anything. And she is the one responsible for getting this discount tonight and setting everybody up and taking care of you. So that was awesome. So thank you for doing that.
You're very welcome, Alan. It was my pleasure. And again, yeah, anyone has questions, glad to talk to you and help you out.
Awesome. So, we'll see you next time. If you hang around afterwards, we'll chat a little bit.
All righty. Perfect.
All right, guys. See ya.